Hello, Year 5, and welcome to your SPAG lesson for this morning. SPAG stands for Spelling, Punctuation and Grammar, and this week we are going to be focusing on spellings for all three sessions. Normally we would have 3 sessions on spellings and 2 sessions on grammar, but this week we are going to be recapping some of our spelling rules that we looked at in the last half term. So some of it will be letter strings within words, some of it will be words from the year 5 and 6 list. I've tried to come up with a few different ways that you can practice them, just to try and save on it being the same thing over and over again. Within SPAG as well, whilst we're doing remote learning, we're going to have a look at our word of the day so that you can see the slide that I normally stick up at the front of the classroom. So today's word of the day is compassionate. So have a read through of that. I'll read it out to you, but have a go at using the word compassionate in a sentence. So it means if you describe someone or something as compassionate, you mean that they feel or shows pity, sympathy, and understanding for people who are suffering. It's an adjective, and the example sentence is she showed compassion by helping Jen up. Synonyms, so words that mean the same thing, are caring and warm. If you're a warm person, then you would normally be compassionate as well. Antonyms, or the opposite, is heartless. So if you're heartless, then you don't feel sympathy or show pity towards other people. You can turn it into an adverb by adding ly, so you can compassionately do something. She compassionately helped Jen up. Or you can change the adjective to uncompassionate to show that someone is heartless, to mean the opposite. And you can describe an act as compassionate, or you can describe a person as compassionate. So have a go at pausing the slides and write a sentence using that word compassionate. And I look forward to seeing all of them. Now on to SPAG for today. So this week we're going to be recapping some of the spelling rules that we looked at last half term, whether it's words from the year 5 and 6 spelling list, or whether it is some of the letter strings that we looked at. Today we're looking at the letter string O-U-G-H. Now we know that that can make an oo sound, or it can make an off sound, or it can make an uff sound. So depending on what word it is, depends on that sound that it can make. What we're going to do today is I've got the same activity 3 times, and each time it's got slightly more of a scaffold. You're going to be given a sentence that's got a word missing from it. So 5 sentences that have got the words missing from it. And you need to work out which O-U-G-H word could fill that gap in and still make sense. Now, on the first slide, all you've got are the sentences with the missing word. On the second slide, you've got your 5 options for O-U-G-H words, but they're all spelt incorrectly. So your job is to put them into the right place, but also to correct the spelling. Then on the third slide, you've got all 5 words spelt correctly, and your job is simply to put them in the correct sentence. So depending on what scaffold you need, have a look through it. It might be that you want to try and do as many of them as you can from the first one. Then you can use the second slide to check. Then you can use the third slide to check again. And then I've got the answers at the end. So let's have a look. So sentence number 1, do you have apples to make a pie? I asked hopefully. What O-U-G-H word could go in there? The explorers agreed that they were going to have to go the swamp as they couldn't go around it. So what O-U-G-H word has to go in there? That's a bad you've got there, said the doctor. What O-U-G-H word can go in there? I saw this and of you, said my dad. What O-U-G-H word can go in there? And I gave the text examination. What O-U-G-H word can go in there? So pause it here and have a go. And then on the next slide, you've got a bit more information drip fed to you. Okay, so at the bottom in that box, I've got 5 O-U-G-H words, which are all spelt incorrectly. So we've got through, that's the homophone for it. So it sounds the same, but that spelling has a different meaning. We've got cough, we've got thorough, we've got thought, and we've got enough. So which of those words should fill in which gap, and can you correct that spelling? Okay, and finally, here are your sentences again, but this time with the words spelt correctly at the bottom. So check your spelling so far, have a look and see which sentences they match up with. And on the next slide, you can see the answers. So, do you have enough apples to make a pie? The explorers agreed that they were going to have to go through the swamp as they couldn't go around it. That's a bad cough you've got there, said the doctor. I saw this and thought of you, said my dad, and I gave the text a thorough examination. Send me those works. Let me know which scaffold you used as well. Did you manage to get it done on the first one, or did you need a bit of help from some of the other scaffolds? And send me your sentences using the word of the day as well. And on Friday, when we have our little celebration video, listen out for those words of the day, because I do like to try and get them into our celebration assemblies as well.